Hi everybody. Um, on this video, I want to test something that the Cave of Treasures claims about the path of Noah's Ark. Now, the links will be in the description box below. We've mapped out on our map um, all this stuff. So we're going to literally look at our map on Google Earth of our biblical site map and see if what this claim in the Book of Cave of Treasures is actually feasible about the path of Noah's Ark making a cross. Okay? And actually, as I looked this up and I was just curious, just testing the text, it brought me to a passage, a very deep prophetic passage in the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, and we'll cover that in this video. But it actually, looking into the Wisdom of Solomon, actually confirmed another claim within the Book of Cave of Treasures of Adam being the body of Adam brought onto Noah's Ark to be preserved, and after the flood, Adam was buried in the Cave of Treasures at Golgotha. So anyway, we'll get to that. Very interesting. So here we are in the Book of the Cave of Treasures, talking about Noah's flood, and it says, "And the flood waxed strong, and the waters thereof lifted up the ark until it reached the skirts of the mountain of paradise." Okay, we know where this is on our map. Let's continue with the passage. "And as the flood had been blessed by paradise, or that is, has been holy by paradise, it bowed its head and kissed the skirts of paradise," meaning the mountain, Mount Hermon, "and turned itself back to destroy the whole earth. And the ark flew on the wings of the wind, and over the waters of the flood from east to west, and from north to south, and it marked its path by a cross on the waters." So here we are. Let's go full screen here. We can get a better view. Okay. Okay. Here we are. This is Mount Hermon. This is the holy mountain, quote unquote paradise that the passage is talking about. This is where the sons of Seth resided. This whole mountain. Okay. Let's actually zoom out a little. This was their set apart church. From even the children of Adam all the way up to the days of Noah. And we all know the story. Eventually, the children of Cain dwelt in this plain, exactly as the text say. Okay? So, now, God commanded Noah to build the ark in the midst of the children of Cain, on the plain in the midst of the children of Cain, using the wood from Mount Hermon. So, if we look, these are the outskirts talked about that we just covered of Mount Hermon. Okay, these are the outskirts right here. So we don't know where Noah's Ark was actually built, but this seems like the most logical place around where it probably was built. This seems like the passageway that would be the easiest to come down from the mountain. So we don't know where Noah's Ark exactly was built, but it was probably built somewhere here, somewhat closer to the mountain. Okay. Oh, I forgot how to switch tabs. Let's do this. All right, we're in business. Okay. So let's just review the text again. "And the flood waxed strong, and the waters thereof lifted up the ark, and it reached the skirts of the mountain of paradise." Okay? "And as the flood has been blessed by that mountain," the flood was made holy by that mountain, because everyone who went away from the commandments of Yahuwah and went in their own fortification and all that stuff was down on the plain of the children of Cain. All right? "And it bowed its head and kissed the skirts of that mountain," which we just looked at, "turned itself back to destroy the whole earth, and the ark flew on the wings of the wind over the waters of the flood from east to west, and from north to south, and it marked out by its path a cross on the waters." Okay. So let's go back to our map. Here we are. So this is where Noah's Ark likely was built. These are the skirts of paradise, which we're talking about, which apparently the flood, this text is claiming that the flood did not go over Mount Hermon. It did not destroy this, which is very, I don't know how that's possible. Very interesting. I don't know. That's what the text is claiming. The text is also claiming that Noah's Ark traveled in the shape of a cross. Is that possible? Well, we know where Noah's Ark landed. Um, if I can get there. Excuse me. We will find this place. Yes. Okay, excuse me. Alright, it's acting a little weird. Pardon me, we'll get the right angle for everybody, okay? Here we are. Noah's Ark was built right here. Noah's Ark was found and landed right here. Let's look at that from a 3D point of view and zoom out. Very close. For a flood that covered the whole earth and a boat that could have traveled anywhere, are the claims of this text feasible? I would say yes. Ironically, we see a line here that could be, that really is a connection, what could have been a cross, right? Let's zoom out a little more and take a look. Because a cross could go up and down and left and right. So we literally have this line here going right here. This is where Noah's Ark was built. This is where it landed. This is archaeological. This is what we're showing, in fact. It was built here. It landed here. So could the path of Noah's Ark have made a cross? Is it feasible? Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Now, I don't know how the flood did not destroy Mount Hermon. Maybe we're not really understanding the text as much, but I want to take you guys to the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verses 1 through 4. Now, for those who have the eyes to see it, this is referencing that the ark represents the cross, okay? And we're talking in this passage, for those who can see it, we're talking past, present, and future. We're covering Adam all the way to the second coming of Christ in one passage, and everything that has to do with it, and all the messianic prophecy. So this is multifaceted, past, present, and future, all at the same time, as Hebrew has the ability to do. So here we go. Wisdom preserved the first formed father of the world that was created alone and brought him out of his fall. Okay, we're talking about Adam. Wisdom preserved Adam, the first formed father of the world that was created alone and brought him out of his fall and gave him power to rule all things. Now, when we meditate on this verse, this could indeed verify the claim of Adam's body being taken on Noah's Ark for preservation, because God wanted Adam's body buried at Golgotha after the flood. This actually kind of confirms that. This claim in the Book of Cave of Treasures. Very interesting. But when the unrighteous went away from wisdom in his anger, he perished also in the fury wherewith he murdered his brother. This is end time prophecy as well. For whose cause the earth being drowned with the flood, wisdom again preserved it and directed the course of the righteous in a piece of wood of small value. So, again, for those who have the eyes to see, we're talking about messianic prophecy from the days of Adam all the way to things that haven't even come to pass yet. Things that we're covering in the Lost Psalms of David. From Adam to Jesus of Nazareth to the second coming of Christ. We're all talking about all these things in one foul swoop. So yeah, we have to meditate on this stuff. But the point of why I'm showing this is this inspired word of God shows the symbolism of the ark and the cross. And the Book of Cave of Treasures is claiming that the ark went in the path of a cross. The Book of Cave of Treasures also claims that Adam's body was brought on the ark for preservation to be buried at Golgotha later. And this pretty much confirms that. That's actually absolutely what the text is could be saying, likely is saying. Um, there's no contradiction here. So yes, when we look at our map here, it's actually quite. We don't know. I don't. If I dissect every syllable of this passage and try to figure this out, I don't think we're going to figure it out. But the premise being talked about in the Book of Cave of Treasures, it's very feasible that the ark didn't just go travel all over the whole earth aimlessly. It traveled in the shape of a cross over those 40 days. This is where the ark was created. This is where the ark was built, and this is where the ark landed. Ironically, at the 2 points that a cross can make. I think it is feasible. I think we are reading truth, deep hidden wisdom in the Book of Cave of Treasures. So I just wanted to show that to everyone. Very amazing indeed. Very amazing, guys. All right, that's it. I hope Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Links in the description box below. Enjoy. Thanks. Now I have to figure out how to get out of here. Okay. Okay. Thanks for tuning in.